Hello. So this is my application Locked in Lion. Basically, it's a way for you to organize all your notes and keep it in one nice UI. Okay. So now this is the landing page and I'll move into the application. Firstly, I'll delete these two which I used for test. I'm gonna delete them right now and reload the page. So here you can easily create a class CMPS 479 create, and now we have a class. Let me create another class, biology. I forgot 120. Yeah. So why this is important is because you can easily, here we have this feature where you can easily upload your syllabus. This is my syllabus for biology 151, and then I would pass it, and when that happens, it's gonna save the event from biology on the calendar. I'm gonna open another tab because this takes a while, a little time to process because of Gemini API was a little slow today. So I'll duplicate tab and keep talking. So when we are in this interface, you can easily open here and see you can store notes, voice notes, images, syllabus, and also you can share your notes with other people, and you can also get other people shared notes. So now we're here. So remember in here we passed the syllabus. Now it's went through the syllabus and got all the information about exams. It also got the deadlines from the syllabus. So reload the page for us to see the calendar. Now the calendar is updated. It says last day of class was on February, and it gives you all the deadlines. My next deadline for this class is chapter 14 assignments at 10 a.m. April 29. Okay, so now I know my next assignment and when it's due. So let's move on. That's our syllabus parser. In here you have the UI. You see what you can store in here. It's kind of like a smart Google Drive for your classes. And here we have our assistant, but we'll get back to our assistant later. So we have live listen. When you're in the class and we pay attention in class, but you can't really grab all the details. So you can start recording your classes, and it's going to get the speaker and know, like, you get a transcript of what's going on in the class, and if there are any important updates, like if the teacher mentions a test, you're gonna get a trigger. Also, if basically it's gets a transcript of the class, and then you can use AI. When you save it as a note, you can use AI to generate a note. And the model I'm using at the back of this is called DeepGram. It's an open source model. Not open source. It's a very cheap model, and I can record up to 400 hours of speech on this. So this can really last long, and it can record hours of class. So I would stop the recording. When you stop the recording, you can see it saves as a note. I'll just quickly go back here. 40 minutes to deadline. Okay, now moving back. Okay, stopped recording and then save as notes. So it saves your audio, it also saves the transcripts, and you can use AI to analyze everything in the class and create the nice notes. That's the usefulness of this. So moving on, it has already saved as a note and under biology 120. So let's go check out biology 120. You can see there's a note. So you can see lecture summary, an overview of software tool that records class audio. So you remember I was talking about recording the class audio, so it gave an overview of what I was talking about. It gave the key ideas and all that stuff, and it talked about me using DeepGram model, which is really nice. It picked out all that. And here, if you go to the voice notes, you can actually listen to the class again if you want to, or you can just look at the outputs gotten from AI. So now, syllabus. Remember we uploaded a syllabus. You can see your syllabus. You can see the professor, email, office hours, and all that good information. Everything is stored here. And let's move on from the dashboard. I talked about live listen. I'm gonna talk about notes. Basically, it's a way for you to upload your image notes. If you took pictures in class, if you have PDFs, if you have PowerPoint, all you do is just upload this. This is my CMPS 479 class, and this is Pumping Lemma. So I'm just going to upload these two files, these images and CMPS 479, and I'll just call it Pumping Lemma class. So we save a note. So when you save a note, it immediately saves, but it does some work in the background. It saves the image, but you can see here it's analyzing the image. So it does not yet know what's in the image because we are sending this to Gemini, I think 3.1 Pro, and it gets the analysis of this and saves it as a note. Also, it also saves the image. So we'll move on from this, and we'll come back to it later when it's done understanding the content of the notes. So this is a community. So imagine you did not show up for class, and you can easily come to the den and just ask, oh, does someone have the notes from this class? Or if you're a good student and you actually have notes, you can just say you can just upload whatever notes you have. This is the data from our, let's say, from our experiment table. Okay, now this is for my biology 120 class, and I was in class that day and we did an experiment on a goldfish, and this is the table from all the groups, and this information is really needed to make a lab report. So someone else does not have this lab report information, I'll just upload it here for them to have it. So it's posting, and obviously it takes a while because you have to send this to Gemini model, and it gets a description and everything from the image. The image also posts, but the description of the image is posted alongside. So now let's see. We uploaded the notes before right here, Pumping Lemma, right? And it was processing. Well, it's still analyzing. Let me go over here. So Gemini API is pretty slow today, but it's analyzing these two images, and I think I might be out of credits. I do not know. I hope I'm not out of credits. So now you can see what I posted about. This is the data for our experiments posted by me. My username is @student because I don't know, I didn't change it. So we see the notes, and we can also see the past. It describes our experimental data. We did not give it more context. It just knows this is experimental data, and it's you can post it. And imagine I'm another student. I can just add this to my workspace. I'm going to add this to biology 120, and boom, I got the notes. So let's go to biology 120. Image. You remember this image was posted on the forum, and now I got the notes from the forum, and I have all the information, and I can actually work on the class even though I was not available in class. So that's the whole idea of this. Oh yes, this has finished processing. Remember when I uploaded this image, I told you it has to go through Gemini and it gets the output. So Pumping Lemma, it gives you all the information about Pumping Lemma. How many more minutes? 8 minutes. Okay, I need to round up this video, but before I round up, I'm going to talk about assistants. So remember, we have classes. Within the classes, we have notes, voice notes, images, syllabus, and everything. All you need to do, you can see a preview of all the notes. You can see a preview of the images here in the assistant. But what this assistant does is it uses an MCP server on the back end, and what that MCP server does is it searches through your notes, and you can use it for studying. You can use it to create flashcards. It also has a text to speech. You can use it to like read your notes and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna ask, what is Pumping Lemma, and what tools do you have? Okay. Well, there's a problem here, but that's with my back end. I had this problem before, so I'll just stop my Docker and start it up again. Docker compose up, and hopefully that should resolve the problem. So I'll quickly come back here, and hopefully I have enough time to do this. Okay, now I'll go back to the chat assistant and then quickly paste this. Okay, now it's working. It's deciding what to do right now, and it's gonna choose a tool which is gonna use to search. We have multiple tools, and it's gonna get the context from the MCP server and get all the tools and search. How many more minutes? 7 minutes. Let's see if we can make it. I hope YouTube uploads this fast. Nice. What is pumping lemma? It talks about pumping lemma. It talks about the application, and then it also answers about what tools, MCP tools it has. It has a knowledge search tool, workspace explore tool, and it has a calendar tool. So you can basically come here and add stuff to your calendar from the notes, or you can just say, oh, add that I have to study on Sunday in the night, and it's gonna use the MCP tool to add it. So there is more features in this, but this is all I can talk about in this short time. My apologies for going back and forth and checking the times I have left. But also, this is Dockerized, and it's also very easy to host it on anywhere you want to host it. Thank you.